We are here today to film for the podcast and YouTube channel of Break Up Like a Boss. We have amazing guests tonight. Stay tuned, and if you're stressed out, have just one glass of wine. We are here with a Tinderella panel where we're going to discuss dating apps in Miami and all over the world. Now, girls, give me a little introduction about who you are and what you stand for. First.
Well, my name is Patricia, and I guess I stand for Tinder. We're at the Tinderella panel.
I love it. How about you? Do you have any dating apps, Araceli?
My name is Araceli de la Reza, and absolutely no Tinder or any type of dating apps.
Because?
A little bit of experience that we'll go through.
She gets maybe too many guys? Too much dick, perhaps? How about you?
My name is Ashley.
Ashley, who are you?
My,
What apps do you like best? Hinge, Bumble, Tinder?
honestly, I've tried them all, but nothing is as enjoyable as Tinder. Just because you have a piñata full of all of these.
You think it's more volume there, more variety, right?
Yes,
Do you think
for
you can
sure.
convince me after this?
Yeah, maybe in the end of the show, we are gonna have Araceli download her first dating app, and then she's gonna get double the emotion and the action that all of us together. Alrighty, girls, so let's talk about your dating. So are you single, committed? When was the last date? Let's talk about your craziest date, your best date. When was the last time you were in love? Do you feel that maybe dating apps takes away the love because you're constantly chasing lust?
I want to say.
Go.
Sorry. I want to say no. I feel like you have to be confident, in yourself, to be able to seek out people on that app. I feel like you know what I mean. If you're just insecure, that's the feedback that you're gonna get back. Especially if that's the energy that you're putting into the world. If you're just seeking validation from people, then you're just gonna end up hurting yourself way more in the long run, in my opinion.
Let's talk about validation. That's a very interesting part of dating apps. How do you feel, why do you feel girls will look for validation there? Because maybe they're looking for love instead of really going in there to give love. They're looking for love instead of giving love in the dating app, right?
I feel like it's a mixture of things, honestly, because it's their environment, but also maybe that's how they're raised to seek value in themselves, by their family, or and maybe they're just unhappy with their looks, and some guy says, some guy will tell you whatever it takes to take you out on a date, and they eat that up, and it turns into this perplexed vision of what dating really is.
That's why I feel like it's so much better when you see it in front of you and you see how they shake.
Let's be real though, do they really talk to you to go on a date, or do they text aimlessly and maybe to go on a date? I mean, what is the chemistry? Because it's different when you meet them in person. You are talking to them already in person, but when you go from the app, you could sometimes text endlessly and you actually don't go on a date. Do you kiss? Do you actually fuck? What is the end game to actually having the dating app? It could be endlessly just texting, you know what I mean? Or in the app, how do you feel about that?
Personally, I feel like you could, at least I have had my fair share of dating apps, so not to sound condescending or anything, I could tell if I'm going to get along with someone, and I'm not always right, but at least being able to have a conversation with someone, I'll know if that'll progress further, if I want it to progress further. It's just a game. I don't know. It really is.
How many dates a week do you go, perhaps? Let's talk about that.
I would say maybe twice a month. Nothing too insane either.
Oh, not twice a week?
I have other things to do. I really do have other things to do. It's not, I don't revolve my world around it, but it's something that every once in a while, something else to learn from. You always learn something new from.
How many dates do you go on, Patricia?
I don't really go on many dates.
Straight to sex?
No. I don't know, I don't really care for it. I have Tinder, I just have it on there, for Instagram followers and stuff.
Stop it. Let's talk about that, because the guys were just mentioning of how you use dating apps for that. How do you use that? Explain a little bit.
Yeah, you just put a picture, and then you just put your Instagram name on it, and then you tell them to follow me, and they're okay. So then you just get followers. Yeah, it's the same way Tinder, the matches, it's the same thing as Instagram likes. It's that validation to get your
Tinder for business advertisement right here.
Marketing.
let's talk about this. Like, do you date in the same circle, that same bar, that same area?
I don't. I don't.
Patricia, big, lively, like I met you.
Honestly, I would want to admit that I don't, but I feel like that's what I gravitate towards anyway.
What, your same circle?
Definitely.
The comfort zone.
I wouldn't even say. I guess like in my like perspective, it's not my comfort zone, but I guess deep down inside, in my subconscious.
Do you grow up in Miami?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's
like,
a very small circle when you grew up in Miami, yeah?
Like we've been with the same guy, but like we don't really like care about it. Like we never let it get to us.
I feel like.
Do you have sex with the same guy at the same time though?
No.
Only separate times? Why not together?
The thing is, like, we kind of like weren't friends when it happened. Like it was like by act. Like it wasn't.
Actually,
intentional.
Are you big sisters? Oh my god. So you became friends
Eskimo
afterwards?
sisters, Eskimo
Oh my
sisters.
god, that's so funny.
No, we were friends before.
We were friends before, not during, and then after. You know.
But
We
didn't
just
let it get
gravitate
to
towards
us.
each other. Anyway,
It's like
though.
about girl power, because like why would we let like a guy get between us? Like that's stupid.
Exactly, especially when there's so many guys out there. There are like a ton of them out there.
Like so many, like it's not worth it. Like me and her, like we decided we're like, oh, we don't care like what like the guys have to say, because like that's stupid. Because like if we're females and we stick together, we'll be stronger.
Yeah, like if there's anything I'm disappointed in is not trusting like her, her opinion of him like right after it happened, because she did tell me, and like I'm not gonna lie, like when I hooked up with him, like I knew, but I was like.
But you always feel that you're special. You always feel that you're gonna change the guy. You always feel that you're gonna be the savior of the guy. You know, it's never like that.
It wasn't even that, like.
What was it?
And like honestly, like not on some weird shit. Like I wasn't thinking about my friends or anything. Like when it happened, you know. But it was just more of like. It just. I needed a release.
Like, do you,
So, like,
do you just have sex?
Yeah,
do you just have
basically,
sex?
Like no, like I just wanted to fuck. Like I'm sorry. Like that's it.
Can women just really wanna fuck though? Is that true?
Yeah, that's so
Depends on,
true.
depends
That's
on the
so
kind of
true.
woman that
Absolutely.
you are, though.
If you're a strong-minded woman, for sure.
If you know your
And you don't feel attached after having sex?
depends on the guy.
You just go
Yeah,
to the person
depends
that
on
you're
the guy.
attached to.
That's what it
Because
is.
we're all attached to someone.
Do you ever like go on dates and then you go fuck somebody else?
I've never been that spontaneous, but.
Should I get more wine?
You know what I mean? Like you recycle. For example, you go on a date and then you recycle the guy from like, I don't know, a couple months ago and you've been like constantly having sex with them.
I don't reach that far back.
We don't like to keep
Yeah,
things
I don't-
constant. That makes them boring. We like them long.
This is why you gone through all the guys in Miami.
Like, not there yet, but almost.
You're working on it. You're working on it, Patricia.
That's my goal. Honestly, I don't care.
So I like the fact that you use Tinder almost for business, right? Like, what does it make you feel when you actually get the followers and the validation and all of that?
Like I'm doing a good job marketing myself on Tinder, duh. Like for real, like think about it. Like you got followers, like why not? Might as well. Like somewhere, like if my pictures are gonna be.
But
there.
do you get followers to get like to make money or like for a business purpose or like
Like
just to get followers?
Like, cause my picture is like on Tinder and it's already there. Like I might as well get something out of it. So I might as well like get followers. Like you know, maybe somebody will like invite you to a club or something, and then you know, I take my girls VIP and like.
So, will you consider a successful Tinder date to go on the club and party and stuff like that?
Because there's a difference between some guy that's a promoter that you know that is like a stable like connect, I guess you want to say, than some guy that's just gonna put in money with all his boys and then it's gonna be like a one-time thing. You know what I mean?
But if he has money, it could be more than one time, no? They could do it like every other weekend,
What if-
maybe?
What if he's wasting an entire paycheck there though? And then
What if he
it's
doesn't
like-
need a paycheck
what if
to
he,
do
like,
that?
What's your expectations and then it's never gonna happen again? How am I gonna take my girl to VIP?
Do you ask so many questions like that? It's like in your head.
No, if I'm a woman,
You
we
can-
put
but you can
Tinder
feel-
together.
No, but it's good to analyze it though. So she works, for example, in that industry. So like, do you always think about that, Araceli? Like, because you're in the opposite side.
In a different way.
Yeah.
A man is analyzed. First of all, it's either you're a client or you're a friend. Now, a lot of my clients became my friends, and a lot of my friends tend to bring me clients, and they became clients. You know, without anything that says, okay, you are coming just for this, and we have a great time. And in my case, I only invite my girlfriends. And it's funny, sometimes they invite girlfriends and I'm like, yeah, but just make sure that they're fun, they're having a great time.
They're hot. You always want them to be hot because they bring
They wanna
clients.
be, absolutely.
Let's be clear with that.
But it's normal. Like in between hot girls, we all kind of like bubble into.
I love it how you say we all kind of. You want some
Like
like,
you working with like clients, you know, that sounds kind of like
When it
promiscuous.
When it comes to clients, they're not clients that I'm gonna have sex with. They're clients that I'm gonna book their whole trips and I'm gonna give them the experience of their life without even touching them a finger.
Because the girls maybe are gonna touch them.
Because
so you get them the girls.
Maybe the girls can, and maybe the girls won't. But it's like, it's about the experience. It's about the mind, the mind fuck.
It's an art. It's an artful skill. Yeah,
Yes.
mind fucking before fucking is an artful skill. And like,
and I didn't start it. Like, I know a lot of people from before that obviously they come with me and they still have fun with me, but it's not like. It's not like I plan it this way.
but the delivery is different from a girl and a guy. Like for example, when you bring like the girls and stuff like, do you think it's different being a guy or?
They love it. They
It's
love
better to be a girl, right? Yeah, because then you bring more girls and then everybody feels
Come
comfortable.
on, but I know guys that are the ones that they come in and it's like having honey in the middle of the bees. It is incredible. Like I have guy friends that they come in and all my girlfriends fall in love with them. That is another thing.
So we're
Can we talk about like how like
The face and it's like
we
It's like
made
they-
eye contact. We made eye
they
contact.
made contact with it.
let's develop
so
on that.
I love those guys too. They're my friends and I love to bring them in because they kind of like wild up my
They steer the pot a little bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. And everybody, it's not a game, but it's an experience that you're getting out of.
Yeah.
And what is experience? It's just the feeling that you get from being there.
And you have to be memorable.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter if you had sex or not. It doesn't matter if you ended up
100%.
kissing or not. It matters
How they make you feel.
How you
Yeah.
feel when
Yeah.
you're there and you want to go back.
So would you say in the environment that you're in the nightlife, like is this like your own way to do like a dating app? Because you already are living it, you know, you have the volume, you have the people in and out, you have the guys, the girls. Everybody, when you go to like a club or a bar or like a, you know, like a fun restaurant, you're already under the impression that you're going to socialize, you're under the impression that you're single and you're there to meet people, right? Does this replace a dating app, for example?
Why can't you have both? Why can't
You
get
can
that
have
from
both,
the
but you don't
app?
go on dates from the app though.
Yeah, I know, but like maybe like if I see someone that like, you know, he's going out to the clubs and stuff, maybe I might be interested. You never know because like I'm not stupid.
I tend not to date the people that are around me. Like I tend not to date. I tend not to go out with the people. Like if I go out with someone, it needs to literally like blow my mind. That person needs to literally.
Because we're talking a
blow
different
my
type of
mind.
dates though. When you say I'm gonna take my girls to the club, that's not really like a date. That's not, you're not getting to know the person.
And
He's not gonna blow
sometimes-
your mind there for
No,
sure.
and some of them is so funny. They're so hot and they're so hard to get, and I love it.
Really?
Because
Like-
they're so hard to get, and it's like the guys are really trying so hard. They love it. They spend the whole night like.
I know a girl.
No, but like for example, like
Do you chase them or they chase you? Do you pick them or they pick you from the crowd? How does it
I
work
have
when you
to
go
pick
out?
them. I have to pick them.
I know you do. You're like the
They're
hunter.
sorry.
How about you girls?
Is this about like finding true love, or this is like a hookup, or this
Let's
is
talk about
a
both.
memorable experience?
Let's talk about both.
I feel like
Have you had true love?
unexpected. I feel like it always comes unexpectedly. I feel like you can't just pick someone out of a crowd and say
So you
yes.
had it. You had like a real relationship with true
You
love.
don't pick them when it comes to
Yeah,
that.
I just-
but you pick. You
To
don't
stay.
pick them.
You choose to stay.
You choose to stay because you can meet the person.
So you had true love. All the three of you. Have you had true love? Experience an intimate relationship?
I'm like I would say I always think I'm in love, but then like when I break up, I'm like nah, never mind, that was in love, and then I always love the next one more than the other.
I love this.
Next.
I love this.
Let's talk about abundance of dick right there. But when you think like that there's gonna be something better, then you don't really work with that one option. So then if you're constantly thinking of plan B, C, D, then you don't go full throttle on plan A. Can you agree on that? Like too much variety sometimes makes you confused.
No, because like you can always like better yourself. Like even like as a woman, like we like you know like as a girl you always like want to go to the gym and like have like the nicest clothes. So like why can't it be the same with guys? Like why do I have to make this man a better man for the next woman? I already want the best man.
Let me repeat that again. Wait, what do you say?
Why would I have to make a man a better man for the next woman?
Why the fuck are you gonna trade them for the next one, right?
Because like, why am I gonna like waste my time like telling a man like what he has to do right and wrong, and then like at the end I know myself I'm gonna get annoyed. So I'm just teaching him how to be a better man
I'm a
for
mom.
the
I
next
just
person.
realized I'm teaching.
You love teaching little babies everything, so. What is your approach? Oh God.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Yeah.
It's a balance, no? Push and pull.
Yeah, it's a
I don't-
balance.
I feel
They
like
need to have a brain.
I want to say like push, but I feel like also like at least my generation, like they put an emphasis on like pushing people away. I feel
they don't commit because there's too many options, no? Too many like volume, not quality.
I feel like they're not really finding like what they want, and
because they don't know who they are.
And I don't want to say that they don't know who they are and they just want to find the next better thing, but I feel like at the end of the day, people don't know what they need
because they don't know who they are.
Exactly.
But there's three different guys.
I feel like there's so many different aspects.
No, there's three different guys in that aspect. What you just said, they don't know what they want. There's the ones that they don't know what they want. There's the ones that they actually strictly know what they want and what they're looking for, and it's a one night.
But do you know who you are though? Because you have to go into the whole mix knowing who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, you don't know what you want. Right.
Yes, but when you know who you are, then you realize that when you meet someone, it's automatic. It takes just a few minutes, a few gestures.
That's lust. That's not a committed relationship.
Yeah,
That's lust.
Like that. Because I met
starts like that, but it takes so much work to keep it up like that.
Because it starts like that.
Because you're not willing to put in the work.
Where is in which stage is the person, and then you know if you can go anywhere further with that person or not.
The problem is, I think when you like go into like a bump on the road, you don't understand that like after the bump is a stronger relationship. Most people give up after the bump because they don't want to go through the hassle of going over it.
That is the hard part.
Why? Because there's too many options out there. Because it's easy to date. How do you guys feel about this?
I just think that like nowadays, like I don't think that that's true. I just feel like women are used to like putting up with like a lot less than like before. Like now, like as women, like we don't have to like just put up with like every wrong thing a guy does like past generations. Like now we can just say bye.
Okay, but by Felicia, something sabotages yourself, because then you're not really working through how, because you know, like when you have a relationship, it's not really just about you, then it's about two people coming together.
But I don't like to work.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Patricia. People try to come together like too quick without even like growing like themselves like as a person, you know?
Exactly, you have to know who you are. Exactly.
They don't really have anything much going for them, and they think that they're gonna build this.
Would you say you would date yourself though? Like, would you be proud of saying, I'm gonna date somebody just like me?
Sure.
Yeah? Because you have to get to that level that like you're not looking for a guy to like make you better, that you're actually like an even partner, no?
Oh no, definitely. Honestly, I feel like I'm way more productive without a guy. Like,
Yeah,
just having
for sure.
someone like, it's kind
of like a weight on your
It's
like a
shoulder.
shadow.
It
It's like a
depends on the
shadow.
guy.
When was your last relationship, like a committed one?
I don't know. Do I even count?
Guys, the Tinderella panel is on fire. How much do you go out during the week? Like, do you go out only on the weekends or during the week as well?
Oh my God, you know.
I'm so glad you asked that question, actually. Like, the thing is, now that you asked, like, I recently quit my job. Like,
Tell her why.
Why?
Centro.
Yeah, like.
What?
Yes.
Peligrosa Thursdays.
What? Tell me about that.
We wouldn't miss Thursdays for
Honestly,
the world.
Yeah,
Thursdays,
like,
no, now it's gonna be Wednesdays, actually tonight, and Friday and Saturday. That's what you're gonna go.
So your favorite night to go out is Thursday?
oh, on God.
We'd rather on go 1, 2, on God. Look at her. She has
Oh
two.
my God, stop it. You have a tattoo of what?
It says on God.
What is that?
It's like
Like an underground club that we don't know
the
about.
best way to support an argument.
On God.
It's the best. Yeah, it's just on God. Like,
Yeah,
But you don't need to tattoo yourself to like support an argument though.
No, we tattoo because like we're best friends. So like, why not? Like, what better way to prove our friendship to each other? Like, than
thing-
a tattoo.
It was Friday the
It is so
13th
cute.
though, so we were just feeling spooky and.
A scar.
You guys are like interesting how you like profess your friendship. Tell me what else crazy shit you do together, because it's pretty interesting.
Oh my God! Actually,
Do you take baths together? Do you shave together? Like, what do you do?
No, like nothing. I would say like
It's because like I
our
don't have a
friendship.
bathroom
It's
at my
like
house.
we're like
If not, we would.
it's like an asexual relationship. We're not like attracted to each other, but like we just like spend time together, like a relationship, but like there's no sex or anything like weird like that.
I love that. Let's talk about that, because after you guys is going to come, we're going to talk about like the different shades of relationship, and it's not like gay or guy or men or women, whatever. Like, can you agree that you can have a very intimate relationship with your girlfriends without sex? But although I think you guys make out together sometimes when you get drunk.
Last Thursday at Centro.
I knew it.
But honestly, like it was just like. It was for like the vibes, like it was just like the crowd, like that's what they were.
Do you do it for
going
attention or because you really like each other?
Like
No.
both.
Or both?
Yeah, like
It's
if she's
both,
my
right?
friend, well, like why can't I give her a kiss on the lips?
It wasn't
It's just
weird
a
though. Like
kiss.
honestly, like it wasn't weird at all. Like
No, because girls get to do that without being weird. If guys do it, we automatically put the stamp of gay on them, right? They don't get to try stuff. If we try things, it's cute, it's hot, it's sexy. But if guys try it, then it's not really hot or sexy, it becomes gay, right? And that's for the next episode. But let's talk about that from your perspective. How do you feel about that?
Like honestly, like I don't know. I like manly men. Like I'm gonna be straight up. Like I don't like seeing guys kiss each other. You know, like if I'm gonna hook up with him.
Do you like to see girls kissing each other?
Like I don't mind it. Why not?
Licking your boobs.
Like lick them?
Yeah.
No, I'm shy.
So kissing, like neck up, neck down.
Yeah, like neck up. Yeah, like I don't let like a bitch touch my boobs or nothing like that. Like
How about you?
she just asked me to though.
yeah.
I just like from time to time, like, do you feel this lump? Like, does this feel weird? 'Cause the thing is, like, I want to go to nursing school, so like randomly she was
Yeah, like I'll ask her like if
hilarious.
there's anything weird, but like it's for like medical purposes. Like
Sure.
yeah.
He's like, you know, the massages with happy ending is for like therapeutic purposes. So
Oh my god.
we're gonna have a therapist like that later on in the next episode. You guys should watch it because I think you haven't fully explored your relationship yet. I feel so much sexual energy between the two of you, and I'm so in tune with energy and auras that I can tell you, like, you might as well just like try it out when you're like comfortable with each other and stuff.
The thing is,
That's why you don't need Tinder apps, because like if you're together as friends, like this might be a thing, guys. That's why you don't need anybody else.
honestly though, like when we hang out, like, okay, I'm not gonna say when we hang out, like it's every day, so it's not really a hangout. Like, you know, like you set up a meetup with your friend, and it's like, okay, like we hung out this day, but like we just be together all the time.
Yeah, doing normal things, which is the
Yeah,
ideal
so-
marriage, minus the sex, which is a marriage.
No, like we could definitely be married, like with like there's no heat or anything, like you
Let's
know,
go to
like we're
California,
just,
New York.
So that's a marriage right there.
we're just not like we're not attracted to each other. Like,
Can we get your ring? I'm gonna grab a ring. Keep on talking. I'm gonna get your rings, girls. You're gonna marry to girls.
Like the idea
Give
of
each
marriage.
other vows of
married?
friendship. Only friendship. Give each other the rings of friendship. Rings of friendship. Wink, wink. Nothing else.
pause.
Yeah, give each other like.
Gonna put it on me, or she gonna
No,
put
you
it
guys
on me?
put it on each other. Put it in my
like very
mouth. Sorry, the finger.
I do not want to spill wine because it's stained.
Don't worry about it. We're in the magic zone. It gets cleaned.
Oh, it's this one, the left hand.
Give each other like.
Wait,
Why do you need commitment when you have commitment from your girlfriends?
Exactly. Like,
Yeah,
honestly,
like
like
that's what we're saying. Like guys just hold you down, but like we like inspire each other to be the best us that like we can be. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about this guy that hold us down. Boys, come on in. Now we're gonna see the point of view. So the Tinderella panel is on 4/4. We heard their story, their background, how they feel, what they do. Now I want to see the contrast of how the guys react to this. Are you guys comfortable with this scenario where like girls really don't need you for anything because they already have an intimate relationship with themselves? What will you need them for?
So the first thing that he and I discussed from when we walked in is that one of the first things that you want to do when you're on dating apps is be able to recognize like who's a waste of time, who's a catfish, who's just there for attention. Also, like Photoshop as a guy is gonna kill you.
What do you
Like, for
mean with
girls-
waste of time?
Meaning like you're gonna spend time like investing, talking to that
Depending
person,
on
but
what
they
you're
have no
looking
interest in like making anything happen or being in a relationship or looking for the same thing that you're looking for. So
That's because you want to be in a relationship, but maybe they have a different intention.
that could be it's for everybody is different, you know what I mean? But what I was saying is that for Photoshop, for women,
Let's talk about Photoshop. I love this topic. Please expand on the
they
Photoshop.
have professional photos, they have guys that are gonna do the pictures and they're gonna look amazing. Guys, not as much. It does happen, but it'll fool you a lot more. And so, you know, we were talking and having a conversation about it's tricky. And so one thing that I said is like, number one advice, FaceTime before you go out with anybody. Like, see what's going on. And a lot of women can look beautiful, but the way that they act and the way that they present themselves can be like absolutely disgusting. It can be horrible. And so you want to see like, does her personality match what your interest is, what you're seeking, and then go from there. So.
But let's talk about the pictures though. So he's going specifically about pictures and looks. Does that make you vain? So you don't care about anything else other than the Photoshop and the pictures. That's why you FaceTime, right?
But that's all you're basing it on, because when you're going to online dating, you're looking at pictures and you're looking at a profile, right? And the profile, a lot of time, everybody, when you don't know somebody, you're presenting your best self, no matter what, we're all like, if we just met each other today, we're presenting our best self to everybody that's around us. And as you get to know people more and more, you become more like real to yourself, and you present more of your real feelings, emotions, thoughts. Like when you first meet somebody, you have a lot more patience for them. You can deal with things. You don't say things. You keep things silent that you would normally say. But as you get accustomed to them, as you're around them long enough, like you run out of patience and you run out of the ability to like hold it in, and so it creates more conflict. Like relationships, when you start out, there's less conflict for that reason, and we call it the honeymoon phase. But as you move out of the honeymoon phase, more conflict occurs, and you have to work through that, and it makes it challenging. It makes it really challenging.
Do you think it would be a good idea to just go full throttle, back wild crazy in the first or second or third date, and then tone it out from there? Because that way you weed out the weakest link. How about you go through your true self? Don't present the PR, the representative, like the goody tush. Go back wild who you really are, and then you tone it out from there. Because if he makes it to the third or fourth date, you know he's okay to hang with you and your bitches. How do you feel about that?
But like, what if you're someone that like moves very slow? I feel like the thing is that
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
You can still be yourself.
No, I feel like
No,
at first
and I'm
you
calm,
and
still
then
be
you go
yourself.
hard.
Yeah, like and I speak like.
If that's working for you, have you been married or in a relationship before?
I tell my girl honestly, like I just like I honestly move at my own pace. So like, like this recently happened too. Like this guy, like he was the one that was like on top of me. Like when I say on top of me, like not literally in a literal perspective, but more like.
Boy, it was both.
Do you feel that when a guy is on top of you, automatically you don't like him because he's on top of you, though?
Yeah.
Because it's a psychological thing as well. And girls, they have this weird thing where like they want to be chased, but not really. They want the asshole that doesn't pick up the phone, by the way.
Not so much.
No, that's
I
like
want to
not
admit
true.
it, but
Not
like,
so much the asshole that doesn't pick
not
up
like
the phone.
I feel like though someone like okay. Speaking about this last guy though, especially like what threw me off was his like attentiveness. Like there's a line.
It's a thin line. It's push
There's
and
a
pull.
line, and like he crossed it, and like okay, he was trying to be cute and shit, but like it was too.
But what do you mean? Be
for
specific.
me,
Like, what do you mean? What's the story
personally.
really? Like, what does it mean
No,
being
like,
cute?
It was too
Elaborate.
gushy. Like personally, for me, it was too gushy, and I'm someone that likes to ease into it.
Mm-hmm.
So then him right off the bat, there was no. He didn't ease into it. Like it wasn't smooth.
It was
So-
like too aggressive?
Yeah, exactly. It was too aggressive, and like that. Like I liked him at first, but then it kind of just threw me off that he was so like you're so beautiful. Like I don't know. Like you're.
When they go
like,
so
that,
fast, they
like-
could go that fast for anybody, right? It's not like there's like a filter or a gatekeeper. They can go, if you go that fast for a girl, you can go like that for anybody on the street. So we don't feel comfortable trusting our hearts with somebody that is so freaking easy like that,
You
right?
can say it, depends how you say it.
Exactly.
The delivery is very important, sure. But also timing, yeah?
Or
Timing
like
is
the
very important.
frequency, like
Oh,
Don't
I
need
go,
to-
I go very slow too.
exactly.
I
But like
go very
don't.
slow too.
I don't like very
Take
slow.
your
We go
time.
straight to sex.
Relax. Please
Huh?
take your time. Relax. I want to see if you have a brain.
Different
first.
approaches, girls. I don't know. Whatever works for you. Has it been working for you?
Honestly,
Every
like, I
time.
don't.
Every time. I get
Because
in a
different people like
relationship,
require different approaches. You know what I mean?
Every time I get in a relationship, it lasts.
But also depends on.
It lasts. I cut it. I have to cut it eventually.
Araceli.
It also depends on what you're-
I want to hear about the quiet guy. Poor guy. Okay. Let's talk about our experiment tonight. Yeah.
I like to listen.
You seem in shock. What's happening in your head over there?
State of shock. I'm blown away. It's very interesting.
learning.
I'm learning, yes, especially about the Miami dating scene here.
Okay. Excuse me. It's better than the one from LA, okay? Because in LA it's a little bit more over the top.
Yeah.
So
I
don't
agree.
act so innocent because you live in LA.
No, what I'm saying is, it feels like, as a guy, very hard to win. You kind of have to make a sales pitch and hope it sticks, because if you're yourself, basically nobody's listening to you. You have to be over the top nowadays, because nobody's listening. Everybody.
But do you want that partner that likes over the top, or you want a partner that's in tune with what you want?
Well, first of all, me personally, I want somebody that's real. Somebody that listens or has interest in me. If I meet someone there's these dinner whores, you meet them, they just eat dinner, and then they go away, you never see them again, that happens. Okay. But let's say you have a real date. You meet somebody and you're actually...
You meet all their friends at once. Throw him into the wolves first and then see if he survives. Sink and swim, baby. No, swim or sink.
So let's say you're attracted to someone. Obviously, you know, the spiel of getting to know each other. Like, you know, in a later, second question is always like, what do you do? You know, here you don't really ask that question that much.
It's really funny because like, what do you do? And like, it's very different than who you are as a human. You know, most people don't ask you that question. I think that's a problem.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like, in LA, the second question is the one that determines whether the person is going to stay right there or whether the person is going to move on. The first question is, what's your name? The second question is,
How big is
what
your
do
dick?
you do? That might be the third question. But the second question...
Cut this one, cut this one.
The second question is the one that matters, because if they don't like what you do, then they already move on. So that's LA. Miami.
But you don't want to relate to this type of people anyway, right? It's very superficial. It's a surface. Scratch the surface.
Absolutely. Miami. In Miami, you don't ask that question at all, because you don't want to know whether the other person.
Because you only go to the clubs with the hot bitches and pop bottles on the weekends.
If you ask a girl in Miami, what do you do? And she tells you, I work in marketing. And you say, what kind of marketing? Yeah, over there. No, what kind of marketing? Yeah, I work over there. Then you know.
Let's not bash Miami. Let's talk about you.
Okay, let's talk about me then. That's fine. But okay, listen. Real dating situation. What I would like to know is the other person really interested in me? Is she going to ask me questions like what I like, what I'm about, what matters to me, my background? Because that's basically what I want to know from that other person. I don't want to see that, you know, that shell, you know, like be.
Most people are disconnected. They're not interested in you. You know what I mean? They're not curious.
Yeah, you see, you find out fairly quick whether somebody is after money, for example, you know. Don't chase the money, let the money chase you.
Boom, right there. Say it again, louder.
Don't chase the money, let the money chase you. You gotta have a passion for something, all right?
And what if you're
Abundance.
chasing money?
Whatever your
money
passion
will
is,
come.
I feel like that's something only guys that don't have money say.
Well, you know what? But if you have a lot of money, you know,
Say it louder too. Say it louder too. Oh my God, this is that freaking contrast right there. Boom.
Like I just feel like
Hold it
that's
for
only
me.
that
Hold
guys
it
that
for
don't
me.
have money
Hold it for
say
me.
because
So you
like
can show her.
yeah, because you're like oh
Hold it,
like
hold it,
girls
hold it like
they don't
this.
care about what I'm interested in. It's like well like why would we like do you really care about us or only like,
But will money make you fulfilling happy though? You are not maybe like looking at the big picture yet?
well I just know I'd rather cry in a Maserati than like in a beat down car.
That is true, but how about not crying at all?
Exactly.
But like I just know like that's gonna like make me happy. Yeah.
That's just repressing your feelings though. Like
Yeah, like what
if
would
I feel
I
like crying, I'm gonna cry. Like,
Crying is okay. Being vulnerable gives you strength.
exactly. Emotions.
I 100% agree with this. But when you're just looking for like, you know, like the intention, purpose, and passion is just like super whacked out. Trust me, like even if you get so much money, you get everything material that you can possibly think, I'm telling you, like the bags, the shoes, the house, the car, does not make you happy long term. I can
Amen.
assure you that.
But like,
Amen.
like if I know that I'm a bad bitch though, like why does that matter?
But what does it matter if you're a bad bitch if the guy has money or not? If you're a bad bitch, you're a bad
No,
bitch because of
it
you.
doesn't. No, at all. But
Huh?
the thing is that why would I want to go like with a guy that would take me to McDonald's when I can get like something like
If I can take him to like a prime steak, why the fuck do I care?
I could take anyone anywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why do you care?
Where I could take me and my girl anywhere. Like I don't really care. Yeah, no. Maybe I lost like the topic of conversation.
No, but why do you care what the guy can give you if you can give that to yourself?
Because if I can get that for free, like for looking good, like why not? Honestly, like
How do you guys feel about this? How do you guys feel about this? Where's my microphone?
If we're that superficial, that kind of means that we're talking about women be depreciating assets once they get older, and it shouldn't be that way. We should actually be.
That's
If it's
so
really
true.
just about money, you know, then as a career, as a guy,
Your wallet keeps on getting bigger, and we keep on getting older.
your looks are going down. Why would I invest in you?
The thing
I
is,
mean, it doesn't make any sense.
I agree.
Why would he invest in you, for example? Okay, let's answer that
The
question.
thing is, I agree in the superficiality of it, but the thing is that you also can read how someone else sees you. You could honestly like depict the kind of person that they are. Like, I'm not gonna play some guy like if I know that he's a good person, because then I feel bad. Because believe it or not, like women have feelings, like we do. Like, but then
Do we?
at the same time, like if I see some guy that really doesn't give a fuck, like why would I put my feelings out there and it's just draining? What?
The problem there is that also there's guys that they have the money to do it, and they're just playing with you, and they're trying to hold you back because they don't know your intentions, and they're trying to wait to see your intentions, and while they wait to see your intentions, they're losing like the moment. They're losing that moment of
Self-sabotage in both areas. I agree. Yeah.
So there is self-sabotage in men and women. There's women that are only looking for money, and there's guys that are thinking that every woman is looking for money,
Yeah.
and they're not appreciating you.
And if you
are
are looking for a guy to be on his top game because you want him to be the best version of him, it's one thing. It's completely different than just wanting the money and this and that. If you want your partner to be at your level or like to be, you know, comfortable, happy, fulfilled, that's completely different than wanting the money. How do you feel, John? You're very quiet over there.
With how people approach things, so especially like being from a small town in Illinois, the nicest restaurant is like $20 and it's like easily
So
attainable for
respected, right?
everybody.
Yeah.
But when you're in Miami, you're in a big city, there's levels to it, and there's like, you know, normal dinners, and there's $200 plates, and it goes up from there, and it's never ending. And so one thing that I think is like the more that you can spend and the more you make, the more fun you have. I just have a lot more fun like going out and spending money than I do, and I have fun all the time, but there's just levels to it. And I think everybody kind of like joins in on that fun. Like if you're going and you have a budget that's like X amount and it's higher than you're used to spending, I feel like you can have a lot of fun, but the expectations go up more too, right? So if you're spending a lot of money, you're investing that night, you expect to have fun, you expect to have a great time, and if things don't go that way, it's like devastating.
So
you're really
be
upset.
a good accessory, girls, if they're gonna spend the money on you. Is that what you're trying to say?
I think that's part of it, like especially in the club life, like people are spending a lot on bottles and things like that. And you probably see like both sides.
you see the ones that they think they're
pouting.
spending a lot, and then there are ones that they are really spending a lot. So there is a big difference there. And now it comes to the person, because if a man is smart and knows how to get, knows how to get his way out and talk to girls, and maybe he will pick one girl or two girls and he will be around with them, he might spend less and get more. But then there is a man that they just are enjoying with their friends. I have nothing to judge. I think it's so much fun. We go out, we spend, like they spend so much money. They bring 10, 20 bottles. They're not thinking about the money. They're just thinking about the experience. So it depends on your perspective. It depends on the guy that is thinking about, okay, I'm spending this much. I should get this much of fun. And there's the guy that is just spending as much as he needs to spend. It can be small, it can be a lot this night, but he's just making sure that him and his friends are enjoying the night. So there's a difference there.
I'm gonna give you a little tip, girls. So instead of having your guy take you out all the time and spend all this money, create a hobby that you share by yourselves, because he can take any bitch out for dinner. But how about you come home and you do something with him that creates a bond, something that you do together, something that creates intimacy. That right there is gonna make him love you, because he can take anybody out for dinner, buy shoes, bags, blah, 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 blah. That is not a relationship. You're gonna be the side chick forever. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching and subscribing to my YouTube channel, Break Up Like a Boss, where you find the boss life that you always wanted to live. We're gonna help you inspire, motivate with intention, purpose, passion. Don't forget to follow us also on Instagram at Break Up Like a Boss. Stay tuned, more to come.